Hi, my name's Phil G. Today I'd like to showcase the new HMI plant monitoring system. So the new manifold features include a duty select button, so you can press the duty select and change it over from one bank to the other bank. So normal operation, so we're running on the left hand bank, as you can see. With me turning down the pressure, you can see the pressure dropping down as if it's simulating being in use. Once it reaches 13 bar, it changes over and that triggers the alarm. I'll continue to drop down. So we're now running off the standby bank. So we've now emptied both banks and now the pipeline pressure will start to drop and it'll bring up the last stage of the alarm. There you go. So that's a normal operation. And the other feature on the HMI panel is we've got the facility to look at the log. So we can actually see how often the cylinders are being changed, date and time. Quite a useful feature. As you can see from the display, we've got auto changeover. We can press the duty select button and we can move around. We can do it manually. We can look at the pump screens. We can run each pump in hand. So another feature is the data logging. These are all the settings that you can adjust, but the more important thing is the data logging, showing you the occurrence, the time and the date. Quite useful. This is the sequence of alarm. We're going to start the pumps as a cascade. So you get the first pump running, which it's doing. It gets down to the second pump starting, it's gone into plant fault. It continues to drop, brings the third pump on, carries on dropping. It gets to 450 on the gauge, and brings up the plant emergency any second now. And it continues to drop until finally you've got your pipeline pressure fault. HMI air plant now, medical air plant. This is a triplex plant. And we can see again, we've got the touch screens, so we can look at various things on the touch screen. You go onto the duty selects, you can change it or you can leave it in auto. So the compressors will start and rotate automatically. So we can use the HMI to select the dryer screen, where we can manually select which dryer runs. We can leave it in auto. We can run the dryers in hand, and that allows us to operate during a case of a service. You can actually run the dryers in hand. Do the same with the compressors. Touch the comp. You can run this compressor in hand. That's the compressor running. So from the main screen we can go into the service screen, which enables you to make changes to various set points and timers, etc. There's your line pressure settings and some more settings you can adjust. The main thing about that is you've got data logging, which is, these are the points, the occurrences of alarms. So you get a plant fault, you get a plant emergency, it's logged date and time. Very useful feature. So this is a HMI AGSS plant, and we can actually look at the info screen, we can change the duty over, we can start the pumps in hand, and this is the remote switch, so we'll switch it on remote. So it's operating, we can change the duty over. That little light there that's saying flashing on and off is saying that the filter's blocked because two pumps are running. Here we have a simplex laboratory stroke dental air plant. The same HMI controller where we can touch screen, we can look at the dryer, we can put the dryer in hand. We can look at the faults that are listed from the dryer. And we can make setting changes. That's the air plant in hand. The compressor's running right now. On the screen you've got vessel pressure, you've got dew point, and you've got line pressure. So here we have a plant monitoring system. Typically it's in a hospital engineer's office or that sort of an environment. It's actually networked to all of the pieces of kit that you can see on the screen, and it enables us to remotely access these pieces of kit. So for example, I'm actually remoting in there to the medical air plant, and I can enable myself to remote in, and I can then change the screens. It's quite a useful feature. If you've got an alarm that you want to try and reset, you can do it from the comfort of your office rather than going down to the plant room. You can interrogate it to see what the issue is. Again, we can go into all of the kit. There's an AGSS plant, and we're back to the air plant. So similar to the plant monitoring system, there's an app for a laptop or a desktop computer where we can give you the same remote access to the plant on site. We've got the app on a mobile phone so that we can monitor the plant. And the same again, I can actually change the screens on the plant, interrogate it, manually operate it, reset any occurrences, or from my pocket phone. So again, with your mobile phone, we can look at the pump screen, we can hand auto each of the pumps, all in your pocket.